Hello, everyone. I'm Weibiao from Nanjing Normal University. I'm honored to be here to present our ongoing project, which aimed to assessing diversity and representativeness of victim science in psychology. Although victim science have many advantages, we are also reflecting on the problems that exist in victim science. Our focus is on the sample representativeness of victim science, and we will conduct a quantitative assessment. We reported on this project last year. This year, our statewide registered report was accepted by PCIRR and is now being processed. Compared with last year, we will describe how we conduct it in detail. The word problem is well known in psychology, referring to the lack representativeness in human sample of psychology. The aim of victim science to improve sample and author representativeness, but we don't know whether sample and authors of victim science are more representativeness than traditional studies. Now do we know how they compare to the world population. On this work, we aimed at answer two questions. The first one is victim science sample more representativeness than traditional studies in terms of samples and authors. The second question, does victim science were really able to represent the world population in terms of samples and authors? Sample. Oh, sorry. This study analyzed victim science and found that the age, education level, and provincial region distribution of the samples from Nigeria, China, and the USA did not represent the census data. The ongoing project led by Yue Li is assessing the representativeness of the Chinese sample. Later, Yue Li will provide a detailed presentation on this project. For victim science, we use a self-compiled method to obtain the list of all victim science. The deadline is July 20th of this year. For traditional study, we collect a matched list of articles from non-traditional psychology and neuroscience journals. We will select two matching traditional studies for each victim science based on keywords matching and target population matching. For world population, we obtain data from the United Nations Population Division and the World Bank. Specifically, will compare participant information and author information with chi-squared value-based base factor. For participant information, we'll compare sex radio, age distribution, educational level, country distribution. For author information, we'll compare the country diversity of authors and leading authors across different data sources. As an example, using country distribution, the polite data found that traditional studies primarily sampled from European and American countries, while victim science studies sampled from a wider range of countries, but with fewer samples from African countries. Additionally, we conduct a pre-registered exploratory analysis to explore which the socioeconomic and cultural factors contribute to the presentation of participants in the victim science and traditional studies. using Bayesian zero-inflated negative binomial regression model. The results of the pilot data show that countries with a higher GDP per capita are more likely to be included in the victim size sample, and that the sample size varies more with GDP per capita in victim size than in traditional studies. We are currently filtering and matching victim size and traditional studies. We'll select and match from over 100 victim sites and about 1,000 traditional studies. This will be followed by data extraction and coding, which is a significant and time-consuming task. Finally, anyone who has any question about this research can ask us.